welcome back. We are at our second location at
Santa Ana
At Bienvenidos, welcome.
Amatlán.
let me see.
Right there.
Yeah, Luis.
Santa Ana Amatlán. So shout out to Lisette. She told us to come out here, the best quesadillas in town, and it looks really busy when we got here.
For
So
sure. I do got to point out how both locations have great hospitality though. Lisette really started out as well with that, and then Juan right here, it's also a great host.
Yeah, he's nothing but love. You can
Yeah.
see it, right? Like,
no, really good
like
person.
Luis took a good picture of him. You could see the smile was very genuine. And
He really loves what he does. You
Yeah.
can tell. So shout out to him. Thank you again for hooking it up. We only pay for the quesadillas, so the tacos are on him.
And then
Thank
Luis, you
you.
want to talk about this?
Yeah, actually, we went back to ask for some more salsa, and he interestingly said that they only have one salsa that complements everything they sell. So actually, that's pretty dope. So
yeah, I don't know if you've
can't
ever
wait.
heard of that before.
I don't think I've ever heard of it either.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
one
that's-
salsa to rule them all.
But if you notice though, like
It's like the Avengers,
like,
huh?
I could just tell how they use different chiles.
Uh,
Like they have also like it almost looks like arbol chile in there. Some like jalapeno chiles and stuff. So it's almost like a fusion salsa of red and green together. So
Which is what you've been doing anyways, mixing
Yeah.
the red and the green, right?
so you're in for a treat, Luis, because this is the first time we ever have a salsa that's for one.
I think it's the other way
Bravo.
around. You guys are in for it.
También. I'm gonna try the salsita.
Well, so we should do birria first, right? That's what we came here for, is the quesadilla, right?
yeah, quesadilla. I'm gonna add some salsita to the quesadilla, and we also got the consomme.
Well, the quesadilla is still crunchy.
You guys wanna
See
add
this
some
one,
salsa?
I mean, right away, that's the difference you could feel right here. The quesadilla, the tortillas are nice and crispy, right?
Oh, really crispy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we like it.
Honestly, you know what it looks like? Like they deep fry the second tortilla,
Mm-hmm.
soft enough, almost like they use the. You know how you crispy up the enchilada tortilla?
Yeah.
But this one looks like they just put it in the fryer for a little bit of time, or some sort of a pan of whatever they deep fry, right?
Yeah.
Whereas crispy enough but soft enough to utilize it as a crispy shell. So that's pretty smart,
Nice.
because that's gonna be able to hold up the concept of making sure it has that texture on the
Yeah,
outside.
so just
Nice.
tried the consomme. It's good. It's
Yeah.
all right. You know, I would still put like
Let me see.
Chico's and El Muchacho Alegre is the best ones we had so far.
Vamos.
Okay.
Which one we're tasting first?
It could be hotter.
Consomme.
The quesadilla.
Consomme first.
All right, consomme first.
That's what we came here for. It could be hotter, right?
Yeah, it could definitely be hotter.
What do you
But-
think in flavor? It's not bad.
The flavor's pretty good.
Not bad.
Actually, that's pretty well balanced as far as like salt and the flavors. The cilantro cebolla obviously add a nice touch to the flavors.
And what I always like to point out is all the ingredients are already there. You don't have to mix it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that one spot where we had to do that? I think that's the first spot we had the goat tacos, right?
Birreria and somewhere close to Stockton. I
It's
think.
like, come on, that's the whole reason you eat out at a restaurant. You don't want to do any of the work yourself,
Yeah.
right? So if you're making people mix up all the ingredients, to me, it's a
And
turn
if
off.
anyone knows about doing that work yourself, you should ask mine.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If anyone knows about not doing the work yourself, ask me. That's why it really irks me, It's like, that's what you eat out for. Actually, that's why I don't do Blue Apron and all that. So I tried it once. It's really good. Really great ingredients, great
Not for
meals.
you.
But it's
Yeah.
like, I'm doing all the work here. It takes 15 minutes to cook this thing. At $10 a plate, I could have just gotten something outside. Anyway,
I tried the consomme.
Uh-huh.
It's a solid 4.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn.
It's pretty good.
That's the first 4 from
well, what
Luis.
makes it a 4 for you?
It's really, it's well balanced. I also like that there's fat oil, but it's enough to complement the consomme, but not where like I have lipstick in my all over my mouth, right? So it's well balanced.
That's what I thought. It was,
good
it was
point.
pretty good balance.
Like I can see utilizing the consomme as a salsa and not even adding salsa to it, because it really just brings up.
Damn.
It almost like it kind of brings to life the taco and gives you that moisture.
That's dope.
So
Yeah, I see that.
the birria goes first.
Vamos,
Yeah.
quesadilla.
All right. Cheers.
Same thing. Meat, queso, and everything else.
Told you, the deep fried tortilla.
There's definitely a difference.
Oh, what a difference.
You see what I mean?
But man, the flavor on this one, right? It's really jumping out.
Mm,
Like the other spot.
that's beautiful. The crunchiness is perfect. The salsa on top, it just adds like a beautiful kiss to the taco.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Like honestly, like this one, I feel like I don't even need to dip this in the consomme. This
Yeah.
is really flavorful on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is well balanced. Like the cheese is there. Like the meat is soft. It's moist. It's a really well balanced taco.
Mm-hmm. This might be in one of the top 3 best quesadillas we tried,
I
huh?
think this is my favorite one, honestly. There's a quesadilla.
It does
The
have.
flavor is really like unique here. It's got, I don't know if it's like some sort of like citrusy flavor that's like coming through. There's something different about it.
You didn't have lemon on it?
I didn't. That's the thing. And that's just like, it's really interesting.
You didn't have sauce either?
Huh?
But you see how the concept of deep frying the outside shell really takes you to another level. Just doing that.
It was beautiful.
And this one, you're not overpowered with cheese. You know, right amount of cheese.
Really good.
So I said earlier how the concept of traveling, right? Doing the deep fried tortilla, this will travel easily well and will still be crunchy. So
For a delivery
Well
thing.
done.
Yeah. Really good. Honestly, a 5 for me. It deserves it.
Why, Sammy boy?
It has the perfect contrast of the crunchiness. The flavor is on point. It's not too salty it's not lacking any flavor. It's nice and hot. And if you have the consomme, it's a home run. I think so.
What do you give the taco, Luis?
I would say, like I mentioned earlier, this is probably my 3rd taco having a quesadilla taco. So for me, this will be leading the taco for me. So this is a solid 5.
Damn, there you go. You got a 5 from
I think-
Luis.
I think-
You know it's legit.
I think it's flavorful. It's really homey.
Solid.
It's fresh. Like I don't feel like I'm filled in oil, grease, anything like that.
Yeah, that's a good point, right?
And I think the other thing to it is just, you know, the sauce and the consomme really give you 2 different visions and taste profiles from it. So it's honestly a great taco.
Yeah, and I'm gonna agree with these guys. This is a definite 5. There's honestly nothing to complain about with this taco.
Yeah.
Usually we point out things that they could do better. I can't think of anything.
That was customer service is top notch. Like, what else? You know what I mean?
It really represents them well. You know, like you can see it's not something that you want to add more. It's just complements who they are. You can see their atmosphere in their food, and in particular this taco. So it's there. I mean, it's a really well put together taco. So great job.
When I first started doing it with you, it's like I don't like the tortilla to really overpower the taco
Yeah.
when you taste the tortilla too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Has
like
to be
I
a
get
good
what you're
balance.
saying. Yeah.
All right.
This guy's all
So,
about balance. Yeah.
all right. So we're gonna try the extra taco that he gave
So
us.
you got
And also another note is that he gave us 3 different tacos. Mike got the asada, I got the carnitas, I believe, and you got the al pastor.
I got that pastor.
And another thing to know is that he gave us pickled jalapenos, pickled carrots, the radishes, and lemons.
Let me get a pickle jalapeno.
There you
yeah.
go.
So for me, it's double white corn tortillas, and then your usual onion, cilantro, protein.
And I got the same double white corn, cilantro cebolla, protein, and I added some of that salsita.
You know, I gotta say, even like his lemons, they're like nice and juicy. Right, the juice is really coming out.
It's almost like it's coming from a market that's next to him.
Yeah, right. No, but even look at the color of the lemon itself. Right, see how like the yellow, it's like nice and like enriched and a little bit darker compared to.
It looks
The other ones
like
together
a healthy lemon,
Yeah.
basically.
Plus, it is when you got like local organic produce, right? They pick it when it's supposed to be picked, not super early. All right.
So
Vamos.
people watch out for an unhealthy lemon.
Yeah, there you go.
The tortillas too are like the outer tortilla is a little toasted too, so it adds a nice texture to it. My carnitas, really good flavor. but also like the last place, it's almost like it's blending together. It's not that crispy, so it misses that element. But honestly, the flavor is really good. So I would definitely come back and eat this carnitas. It's just missing some of those things that we talked about before.
Hey, who's got that one salsa to roll them all? I want to get actually.
Right here.
Yeah.
You actually said the whole thing.
Yep. It's more fun that way.
No,
folks.
it's a good sauce for sure. How's your taco, Mike?
Honestly, right now it's just all right. Could use a little bit more flavor. My tortilla isn't actually doesn't feel that high quality. It's got a little bit of you know, when most of it is soft. Obviously, it's getting soggy because of the oil. It's been sitting there for a while, but you get that like rough patch of their tortilla where it's not crispy. It's just rough. And, we'll see. Let me take another bite with the salsa.
We'll see.
I'm gonna give yours a score already.
I give it a solid 3.5. I think. Right, 3.5 for my carnitas.
Well, I just put the salsa on right now and it made a huge difference.
What about your taco? You want to talk about your al pastor?
The al pastor taco, I'll start it with, I tasted the meat by itself first. Kudos because it's not dry. It's moist. It's soft. It has the good base to al pastor. The tortilla itself, I do like that it's crispy on the outside. How you mentioned it really adds that texture.
Well, maybe how come mine wasn't that way? That's interesting. Mine wasn't that way at all.
The other thing to it is that, you know, to me when I think of al pastor, you know, most places have like that caramelized onion that goes in, which is traditionally part of it, and also the piña, which I think mine lacked of having any of it. I think I got a piece, but overall I think it has a good foundation. It's a good base taco. For me, I would say it's a 3.5 for sure.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Alright, so for the carne asada, I did the same. You guys know what I like to do. No additional salsa at the beginning. So without the salsa, honestly, it's a 3 at most.
Yeah.
But with the salsa, it's 4. So I'm gonna split the difference to give it a 3.5. So I do feel
All
like,
around 3.5.
Yeah.
because I feel like, you know, that's why I take a bite without any salsa first, because it should stand on its own. You know, the salsa should just be, you know, the icing on the cake.
The period on the at the sentence.
Yeah, at the end of the exclamation point. More. So yeah, it's give it a solid 3.5. But you know, asadas, like in our experiences, right? That's always the one that's hardest to get right. It seems like.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss.
But speaking of experience, I think that I would point this out that this is a local place where I see myself saying, hey, let's go get some tacos.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Like it has a good hospitality, like the care for the food and how much they love what they do translates into what the food they serve you. So I can see myself, if I was a local here in Manteca, to be like, hey, let's go grab some tacos.
Quesadillas, man.
Yeah.
The quesadilla,
No brainer.
Sure.
Best one I've had so far, yeah.
For sure.
And plus, there's plenty of parking. It's right by like this local produce shop.
Everybody should eat at least one quesadilla in their lives, and they should come here and eat it. I'm telling you.
Okie dokie.
All right, well, let's hit the last spot. Hopefully, we got space in our stomachs.
That's good eating.